No More Room in Hell 2 is the sequel to one of the most beloved free zombie games ever made. The original built a massive community around cooperative survival horror. This sequel takes everything that worked and rebuilds it from the ground up. Up to 8 players survive together. The zombie horde is massive and relentless. Communication and teamwork determine survival. Going solo gets you killed within minutes. What makes it special is the tension. Ammo is genuinely scarce. Not video game scarce, actually scarce. You will run out. You will have to decide whether to fight or flee. The gore system is detailed. Zombies lose limbs, change behavior when damaged. Headshots matter. Body shots slow them down. Understanding zombie behavior is a survival skill. Map variety is excellent. Urban environments, rural areas, tight corridors, open spaces. Each map demands different tactics. The atmosphere is consistently oppressive. Sound design creates constant tension. The horde sounds before it arrives. That audio warning is your most important tool. No More Room in Hell 2 releases early 2026 on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X. If you love co-op survival horror, this is essential. The Sinking City 2 is Frogware's going full survival horror. With a flooded coastal city you can explore however you want. The first game was a detective story. This one shifts completely into horror territory, and that change feels completely right. The city is split into districts, each one more dangerous than the last. Safe houses are your only real breakpoints. Everything between them is packed with threats. Ammo is tight, supplies are limited. Even your character's sanity is something you have to manage. The creatures aren't scripted either. They roam freely. Nowhere feels truly safe. What makes it special is how the world shifts. Weather changes, tides rise and fall. A path that was open an hour ago might be completely blocked now. That dynamic world keeps you thinking constantly. The atmosphere is genuinely oppressive. Flooded streets, broken buildings, something moving in the water below. The city feels like it's actively working against you. The Sinking City 2 releases first half 2026 on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X. If you love survival horror with exploration, this is unmissable. Hollowbody is a survival horror game that wears its influences proudly. Classic Silent Hill and Resident Evil energy, fixed camera angles, inventory management, deliberate movement, resource scarcity, everything that made those classics work. But Hollowbody isn't just nostalgia. It understands why those mechanics created tension and uses them purposefully. The setting is a decaying cyberpunk city. Corporate dystopia meets psychological horror. The visual contrast between neon technology and urban decay creates something genuinely unsettling. You play as May, searching for her partner in a city that's been quarantined. Nobody goes in, nobody comes out. You went in anyway. The puzzle design is old school satisfying. Environmental clues, item combinations, backtracking that feels rewarding rather than tedious. Combat is deliberately limited. You're not a soldier. Encounters feel dangerous. Every fight costs you something. Avoiding confrontation is often the right call. The sound design is exceptional. Silence is used as a tool. What you hear in the distance shapes how you move. Hollowbody releases 2026 on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X. For classic survival horror fans, this is essential. The Blood of Dawnwalker comes from former Witcher developers. That alone raises expectations significantly. This is an open-world RPG built around being a vampire, with a time system that completely changes how you play. During the day, your abilities are locked. You're careful, limited, playing it safe. Then night falls and everything flips. Faster, stronger, more dangerous, but you also draw attention you don't want. The time mechanic adds real pressure. You have a limited window to save your family. Every quest pushes time forward. Wandering is free. Doing things that matter costs time. And you won't always know what matters most until it's already too late. Combat is dark and visceral. Not a sparkling vampire, a genuine supernatural predator. Fighting feels powerful but carries consequences. The world is massive and detailed. Exploration is consistently rewarded. Side content feels meaningful rather than filler. The Blood of Dawnwalker releases 2026 on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X. If you want vampire mythology done properly, this is unmissable. Nioh 3 is Team Ninja continuing to push what fast action games can be. The series has always been about speed and aggression. Nioh 3 takes both further than ever before. Combat is faster, more demanding, more rewarding. The loot system is core to what makes Nioh special. Constant gear progression, building specific loadouts, finding the perfect setup for a specific challenge. The loop is genuinely addictive. Boss fights are the highlight. Multiple phases, multiple strategies required. Learning patterns matters, but adaptation matters more. Bosses punish rigid tactics. The stance system returns and deepens. 3 stances per weapon type. Each one serves different situations. Mastering transitions between them is the skill ceiling. New supernatural enemies bring new challenges. Their behavior is unpredictable until you learn their patterns. That learning process is the game's greatest pleasure. Visually sharp and detailed throughout. Effects are readable during chaotic combat. Performance is solid solid on PS5. Nioh 3 releases November 2026 on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X. For action game fans, this is day one. 007 First Light is IO Interactive's James Bond origin story. The team behind Hitman, making a Bond game. That combination alone should get your attention. This isn't the polished 007 everyone knows. This is Bond at 26, a naval pilot. His first real mission goes badly wrong. That failure sets everything in motion. IO brings their Hitman philosophy to this completely. Player freedom in missions, multiple approaches, sneak through quietly, talk your way past obstacles, go loud when everything falls apart. What makes it special is the original story, not tied to any film, not copying any actor. The developers created their own Bond, a character who feels fresh and genuinely interesting. The world is built around spy thriller intrigue, political conspiracies, double crosses, real stakes where decisions feel meaningful. Gadgets integrate naturally into gameplay, tools that create options rather than solve problems automatically. 007 First Light releases May 27, 2026 on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X. For spy thriller and stealth fans, this is essential. Follow the Light is a puzzle adventure game that's been getting genuine buzz for its inventive design. You play as a character with light following you everywhere. That light reveals things in darkness. It activates mechanisms. It has weight and physics. Everything revolves around how you use it. Puzzles are built entirely around light manipulation. How do you use your light to solve problems? The game keeps finding new answers to that question. Just when you think you understand the system, a new layer gets revealed. The constant surprise is what makes it special. It never lets you feel comfortable. Every new environment introduces new rules built on the foundation of what came before. Visually, the contrast between light and dark is the entire aesthetic. It's beautiful and purposeful. The art direction serves the gameplay completely. Story is minimal but meaningful. The journey is the point. The light is your companion. The sound design complements everything perfectly. Audio cues help you understand your light's behavior. Follow the Light releases 2026 on PS5, PC, and Nintendo Switch. For puzzle game fans, this is unmissable. Illel is the horror game that made the entire internet stop and stare when footage first appeared. Built in Unreal Engine 5, the visual detail is genuinely staggering. Body horror that's carefully designed rather than cheap. Things that look wrong because they fundamentally are wrong. The developers stated their goal clearly. Lonely, hopeless, wrong. Like being somewhere you were never meant to find. The setting draws from Eastern European reality, a grounded, grim place before the horror transforms it. That grounded start is what makes the horror land harder. Gameplay mixes exploration and survival carefully. Ammo is genuinely scarce. Inventory space forces decisions. Every item you carry means something else stays behind. Environments react dynamically to your actions. Restore power in one area and something changes elsewhere, usually for the worse. Creature design is grotesque without being silly. Things that move wrong, behave unpredictably, give you no clear signals about what comes next. ILL releases 2026 on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X. For real horror fans, this is absolutely unmissable. Project Windless is an atmospheric adventure game that's been quietly building serious anticipation. The world is completely still. No wind, no weather, no natural movement. The stillness isn't peaceful, it's deeply wrong. You're exploring a world where everything that should move has stopped. Understanding why is the entire journey. Movement through this world is deliberate. The stillness affects everything, including you. Navigation requires understanding the rules of a world that is fundamentally broken down. Environmental storytelling is exceptional. The world tells its story through what's frozen in place, moments captured, lives interrupted. Reading the environment reveals what happened. Puzzle design integrates with the world concept, using the stillness, working with it rather than against it. Creative solutions that emerge naturally from the premise. Visually, it's stunning. The frozen world looks both beautiful and deeply unsettling. Art direction commits completely to the concept. The audio is as important as the visuals. What you don't hear in this world matters as much as what you do hear. Project Windless releases 2026 on PS5 and PC. For atmospheric adventure fans, this is essential. Canyons is an open-world exploration game that puts the environment at the center of everything. You're exploring a massive canyon system, ancient, layered, full of history and secrets. The geology tells stories spanning thousands of years. Movement is the core mechanic. Climbing, gliding, rappelling. Understanding the canyon structure determines how efficiently you can navigate it. The world rewards curiosity completely. Every ledge you can reach has something worth finding. Every cave system leads somewhere interesting. The game trusts you to explore without markers. Discovery feels genuine here. No quest arrows, no objective indicators, just you in the canyon and the desire to understand it. Side content feels like real exploration rather than busywork. Ancient ruins, hidden ecosystems, lost equipment. The canyon has layers of history waiting to be found. Visually, it's spectacular. The scale of the canyon is consistently impressive. Lighting changes throughout the day in meaningful ways. The sound of wind through rock, water in deep places, your own breathing while climbing. Audio creates immersion completely. Canyons releases 2026 on PS5 and PC. For exploration fans, this is unmissable. That is the list. 10 PS5 games worth every minute of your time in 2026. Whether you want horror, action, puzzle design, or pure exploration, this year has something for you. Drop your personal favorite PS5 game in the comments. I read every single one. Hit like and subscribe for more PS5 content every week. See you in the next one. For exploration fans, this is unmissable.